What's good, everybody? It's the Clown with Cap Show. NFL Week 7 did not disappoint. There was really some great games. Obviously, I'm really disappointed in the Cleveland Browns strictly because of Odell Beckham is out for the season with a torn ACL. Odell's one of my favorite players, been one of my favorite players since he came into the league when he signed in with New York Giants. Really sad, but that's part of the game, and I do believe Odell will be back better than ever. Will he be back in Cleveland Browns, though? That's the question. Probably not. Yes, Baker had a pretty good game. He had 297 yards, 5 touchdowns, and 1 pick against the Bengals. But we have to realize, Baker's pass to Odell, he kind of threw it bad, and it was an interception, and that's when Odell got hurt. Odell was going to tackle the opposing player, and he tweaked out, and he stepped weird with his left foot, and it jammed or something, and then it tore his ACL. It's really sad news. I don't like to see anybody get hurt, especially Odell. But look, you live and you learn, and I think Odell will be back. Hopefully, Odell will go somewhere, with the better team. I'm not dogging Baker Mayfield. I'm not dogging the Browns. But, dude, let's be honest here. There are better players out there than that organization. Strictly the Cleveland Browns organization, but a big win versus the Bengals. Yes, Joe Burrow had a pretty good game. 3 touchdowns, only 1 pick, 406 yards passing. Look, I already told you guys, Joe Burrow is the future. I believe he will be a future superstar, no doubt about it. It's just a matter of time. It's a matter of when. When is that gonna happen? Yeah, like seriously, when? But prayers up to Odell, no doubt about it. It's really sad. And then we had the Bucks versus Oakland. I told you guys to go heavy on the Bucks. Yes, they covered the 4.5 spread, which was great to me. Look, Tom Brady, what he's got going in Tampa, it's pretty spectacular, right? And we look what's happening in New England Patriots right now with Bill Belichick. We can honestly say Tom Brady was more important to the New England Patriots than Bill Belichick was. And a lot of people would say, well, Cap, you're wrong on this. You're completely way off. Am I really wrong on it? How come the Patriots are below 500 right now and Tom Brady's above 500? Yeah, let's do the math here. So what if Tom Brady wins a Super Bowl in Tampa? What are we going to say then? Okay, to me, Tom Brady, he's already the best. He's the GOAT. He's the Michael Jordan of football. He's got 6 rings, just like MJ. He's the iconic, dude. I'm telling you, Tom Brady versus Oakland this game, 369 yards with 4 touchdowns. It's crazy. Scotty Miller, he had 6 receptions for 109 yards and 1 touchdown. A lot of people are like, who's Scotty Miller? Well, he's coming on the map now. I'm telling you what, Tampa Bay has arrived. Okay, Antonio Brown is coming to Tampa. It's going to get crazy in Tampa. I cannot wait. Leonard Fournette, he's looking good. I believe Leonard Fournette will start at running back by postseason. 100%. I believe that. I think Tampa, that's only right. And a lot of people, to me, kind of disagrees with this. But, dude, I believe Tampa Bay is like the Los Angeles Lakers of football. They got star-studded players, young talent around Tom Brady, and it's great. I mean, dude, I'm telling you what, the Bucks right now, for a low-key dark horse bet, I would go Tampa Bay right now. To the sports bettors out there right now, go Tampa Bay. Pick them to win the Super Bowl, dude. I'm telling you, you will not disappoint. Oakland, Derek Carr, he had 284 yards passing with 2 touchdowns and 1 pick. But look, wasn't good enough. Tampa Bay's on a roll, and I don't really see him slowing down anytime soon. Shout out to Tampa and Tom Brady. Then we got Carolina versus the Saints, baby. Shout out to Drew Brees. They were 7-point favorites, but they did not cover. They won by 3. But a win is a win in the NFL. That's all that matters. And all that matters is the Saints just need to get in the playoffs. That's it. Just get in the playoffs, punch your ticket, and I think Drew Brees can run deep. I want to see Drew Brees win one more Super Bowl before he retires. I love Drew Brees in Hoke to my brother, but look, I understand, dealing with media, dealing with politics. He made some mistakes, but he owned up to it. We all make mistakes. We're human beings, but we learn from our mistakes, right? Try not to make the same mistake twice. I've done it before, okay? So I'm not going to be a hypocrite, but, Drew Brees balling out. 2 touchdowns, 287 yards passing, dude. He had the go-ahead touchdown. To me, Drew Brees, he's a Hall of Famer. There's no doubt about it. Kamara, he had 14 carries for 83 yards. Look, dude, the Saints right now, the Saints in Tampa, they are the team to beat in their division, and I really think in that whole playoff push right there, I think Tampa and the Saints and Seattle, they're really dangerous teams. Yes, Green Bay, but I still think Green Bay's defense is still a little sus. Their secondary, I feel like their secondary's kind of been the same for the past decade almost. I mean, not quite a decade, but for at least 5 or 6 years, dude. They're giving up big plays. So, but shout out to the Saints and Drew Brees. Big win. Then we had the 49ers versus the Patriots. Overall, it did pretty well, but this was a game I got wrong. I thought for sure the Patriots would win. They were 2.5-point favorites playing at home. Bill Belichick, Cam Newton and company. I didn't think anything of it, but it really was a downfall for the Patriots. Worst home loss, and I believe in 2 decades. Crazy. Cam Newton did not have a good game. He had 98 yards with 3 interceptions. To me, it's really sad right now. His whole situation, I'm still not going to give up on Cam. I'm one of the biggest Cam Newton fans. I remember watching him at Auburn. He was one of my favorites then, even at Florida with Tim Tebow when he was a backup. But to me, I do believe Cam Newton right now is in a different situation, right? He's not used to this. He's used to the spotlight. He's used to being the guy, the MVP, the main player on the team. But right now, it's not looking like that, dude. It's really not. To me, I'm really concerned about Cam Newton. This whole season right now, he's looking not like the old Cam Newton, right? Being able to scramble when he wants, being able to throw the rockets down the field. Every pass that Cam Newton threw this game against the 49ers was like overthrown behind the receivers, and I'm thinking, dude, what is going on? And I told you guys, Jimmy G had a chip on his shoulder, 277 yards. He threw for 2 interceptions as well. Jeff Wilson Jr., he had 17 carries for 112 yards and 3 touchdowns. That was the difference maker, was the 49ers being able to really run all over the Patriots and really stop Cam Newton. And like I said, Cam Newton, 3 interceptions, really a bad pass to Edelman, but I do believe Cam Newton will bounce back. I do believe that. He's a champion, won a national championship at Auburn. To me, I want to see the Patriots get in that playoff, right? Yes, I know, being a Colts fan at heart, I hate the Patriots, but I still want to see Cam Newton. I love Cam Newton. It's ironic, though. What's Bill Belichick thinking right now? Look at Tom Brady, look at Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick is under 500, dude. You guys lost 33-6 to the 49ers at home. There's something wrong in New England right now. I don't know what it is, and it starts with Bill Belichick. But look, Robert Kraft even said Tom Brady's the GOAT. We just lost the GOAT. And it's really showing right now. But shout out to the 49ers, a huge win. Then we got the Lions versus Atlanta. This was a coin flip toss I told you guys about. But eventually I went with the Lions. I went with the Lions because, look, dude, Atlanta, they just blow it all the time, dude. Is Matt Ryan the guy? I don't think so. Look, Matt Ryan had a pretty good game, 31 for 42 with 338 yards passing and 1 touchdown. But look, it's really sad. Todd Gurley balled out this game. He had 23 carries for 63 yards and 2 touchdowns. But what really sucked with Todd Gurley was he even admitted that he shouldn't have scored when they were up by 2 with a minute to go. He accidentally scored a touchdown, and that what led the Lions to come back and win 22-23. It was crazy. Matt Stafford, he was 25 for 36 with 340 yards and 1 touchdown. Adrian Peterson also had 11 carries for 29 yards. But, dude, Matt Stafford, let me give him a little respect, right? I kind of dog certain people, and Matt Stafford was one of them. But, look, shout out to Matt Stafford and the Lions right now. I mean, you guys are making noise and really adding up in that win column. So, to me, huge win. But for Atlanta, I mean, what a horrible situation. I mean, seriously, with all the talent that Atlanta Falcons have, and you guys are way below 500, to me, it makes no sense. And it really starts up with the owners of the Falcons to the vice presidents on down. And to me, there's no excuses for Atlanta to have so much talent, and I can't believe it. I can't believe where they're at right now. But shout out to the Lions, a big win like I called. Then we had the Steelers versus the Titans. Yes, I went with the Titans. I got about 3 or 4 games wrong this week, and this was one of them. I went with the Titans. Look, the Titans had their chances here. Their kicker missed a game-tying field goal. He used to play for New England. To me, it's just like, wow. Derrick Henry had 25 carries for 75 yards, 1 touchdown. Tannehill had a good game, 20 yards with 2 touchdowns. Then you had Rapist Big Ben with 2 touchdowns and 3 picks. So, technically, yes, the Steelers should have lost this game. But like I said, Juju Smith, he had 9 receptions for 85 yards. But, Janikowski missing the kick for the Titans, it really hurt, dude. It did. It was going to be an overtime game. So to me, it was just like, man, that was just a hot shot in the heart. But yes, the Steelers are undefeated right now. I can't believe it, but they're going into the Ravens this weekend. That's going to be a massive game for the Steelers. But, shout out to the Steelers, whatever. It is what it is. Then we got the Bills versus the Jets. The Jets are trash, dude. They're trash. Sam Darnold, trash. 120 yards with 2 interceptions. I'm trying to tell the Jets organization, dude. Sam Darnold, dude, he belongs in the AFL, dude. Is there even the AFL anymore? I don't know. Crazy, but the Jets are trash. But the Bills did not cover, which was disappointing unless you went money line. They didn't cover the 10 points. Josh Allen, he had 307 yards passing with 11 carries for 61 yards. But look, the Bills, didn't really look great against the Jets. But yes, I do believe the Bills will make the playoffs. They will, no doubt about it. But to me, the Jets, they're winless, dude. They are winless. They are trash, dude. I feel so bad for the Jets. But who I don't feel bad for is the Dallas Cowboys. I told you guys, at first I went with the Cowboys. Then I ended up switching with the Cowboys on game day when I said, look, dude, I just saw that the Cowboys were defeated, dude. They just didn't have that swagger warming up. They didn't. They didn't have that fire in them. I didn't see it, and that's why I went with the Washington team last minute. Kyle Allen, 194 yards with 2 touchdowns. Antonio Gibson, 20 carries for 128 yards and 1 touchdown. Ran all over Dallas, dude. Dallas is just, dude. You know what Dallas should do right now? The Cowboys, they should tank and draft Trevor Lawrence, dude. And I get it. The Jets are probably going to get the number 1 pick, but at least trade down. Or are you going to sign Dak next year? What? There's so many question marks for Dallas right now. Andy Dalton ended up going out this game, got hurt. Zeke ended up bobbling a pass that eventually had an interception. Zeke, back-to-back weeks where it was like, man, Zeke does not look like the Zeke that I used to know. The hungry Zeke. The one that's like, I'm hungry no matter what. Nothing's going to make me full. And right now, it's like Zeke's full right now, and it's like I just don't see the fire in Zeke right now. And I've never thought I would say that. Zeke was one of my favorite players, still is, but, the past couple weeks, I'm like, Zeke, what's going on, dude? You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Something's not right. Is it Dak Prescott getting hurt? I don't know. But it's suspect, dude. Andy Dalton is not good. 75 yards, 1 interception, like I said, got off early. To me, it's just, for the Cowboys right now, tank, dude. Tank. I'm telling you what, just tank. But shout out to the Washington team. They got the dub. 44.5 was the over-under. Went with the under. Same thing with the Bills and Jets. 45.5, with the Bills and Jets. They ended up going over. Then we got Green Bay versus the Texans. I told you guys to go to Green Bay. Green Bay was 3.5. They covered that. Aaron Rodgers, he had 283 yards with 4 touchdowns. Devontae Adams, his favorite target, he had 13 receptions for 196 yards and 2 touchdowns. I mean, him and Rodgers, dude, they're an iconic duo. Obviously, they lost last week to Tom Brady in the Bucs. But look, dude, every week's a different game. So to me, Green Bay getting back in that win column feels great. But to me, the Texans only won 1 game this year. Crazy. Deshaun Watson, over 300 yards with 2 touchdowns. Pretty good game. Randall Cobb, who used to be on Green Bay, he had 8 receptions for 95 yards. But look, overall, that's Green Bay, typical Green Bay. They got the dub. Houston Texans, they just need to add better pieces for Deshaun Watson and add some key players on defense. That's what Houston Texans need to do moving in the future. Then we got Chiefs versus the Broncos. I told you guys to go heavy on the Chiefs. I mean, people out there, they should have put their mortgage on the Chiefs in this game. 8 points was a spread the day before the game, and this was a big, but not really big for playing Denver, dude. Okay, playing Denver. Mahomes, he had 200 yards with 1 touchdown. Plus, they're getting Le'Veon Bell back. Drew Lock, he had 254 yards with 2 interceptions. Look, dude, Chiefs were just too much for Denver, and Denver's really trash. That's what we know. 45 was the over-under. Went with the over. Whoever's playing Kansas City typically go with the over because Kansas City can put up crazy points, dude. As you guys can see, every time they can put up crazy points. Then we got the Jags versus the Chargers. This was a game I got wrong. Actually, I got three games wrong all week, and this was one of them. My second one. Minshew had 173 yards with 2 touchdowns, but the Chargers were just too much, dude. There were 7.5-point favorites. They covered, won by 10. Justin Herbert, he had a great game, dude. 347 yards with 3 touchdowns. Also 9 carries for 66 yards and a rushing touchdown. Dude, this kid from Oregon, he's something else, dude. I think he's a really good fit in L.A. right now, and they're looking good, but we have to be honest, dude. The Jags, they are trash, dude. They really are. Their running back, James Robinson, went off, though. 22 carries for 119 yards and 1 touchdown. You would think Jacksonville would have won this game, but Jacksonville's defense is really trash. That's what it boils down to. And nothing to do with Minshew and how the offense did. It's just Jacksonville's trash on defense. They really are, but shout out to the Chargers. Then we got Seattle versus Arizona. This was another game where I picked Seattle heavy on this one. And I honestly fell asleep when they were up, I believe, by like 10 points in the fourth quarter. And somehow Arizona came back and won in overtime. And I'm thinking, really? How does this happen? But yes, Russell Wilson, and I even said MVP, and I'm still saying MVP. He had 338 yards with 3 touchdowns, but he had 3 interceptions. He had an interception late in the overtime game, and that eventually led Arizona for a game-winning field goal. Look, dude, you live and you learn sometimes, but Russell Wilson, he'll bounce back. You got bad games. Just good thing this wasn't a playoff game where Russell Wilson did this, right? This is not even halfway through the season yet, almost. But let's be honest here. You live and learn. Look, I'm not worried about Russell Wilson in Seattle. It is what it is. But what was awesome about this game was Metcalf. He chased this guy down. I believe it was at least 100-plus yards, and he chased him down to like the 5-yard line. Ended up saving a touchdown and saving them points. I mean, crazy. That's just never giving up. And that's why I like Metcalf, dude. I really do. He plays with heart, plays with soul. Kyler Murray, he had a pretty good game. 360 yards with 3 touchdowns and only 1 pick. DeAndre Hopkins, who Houston let go, which I never thought they should have. He had 10 receptions for over 100 yards receiving and 1 touchdown, dude. Crazy. Murray also had 14 carries for 67 yards and 1 rushing touchdown. They came back and beat Seattle. I do think, yes, Russell Wilson threw some suspect passes out there where it's just like, dude, you don't need to throw that. And there was a couple ones where we just like lofted up and then they're almost a pick 6. And what I was telling you guys about Metcalf chasing him down, if Russell Wilson just throws a little faster on it, harder, there's no interception. So I think he'll really learn from that, learn from his mistakes, and I think Seattle will be back better than ever, no doubt. But like I said, that was my 3rd game I got wrong. I can't believe it. I really thought Seattle was definitely going to win that game. I can't believe it. Then we got the Bears versus the Rams. I picked the Rams. The Rams were 6-point favorites. I told you guys to go Rams. Ramsey played good on defense. Dude, I'm telling you, dude, Rams are legit. They are scary, dude. If they get in the playoffs, which they will, they can really run deep. The way Goff's playing this year, dude, it's crazy. Goff was 23 for 33 for 219 yards and 2 touchdowns, dude. Whereas Nick Foles threw for 2 interceptions. It's like Nick Foles, if he's playing Tom Brady, he plays great. But when he does it, some games it's just like iffy, right? But I'm telling you, dude, the Rams are legit, dude. And Ramsey ended up having the game-sealing interception. Like I said, dude, their defense is stacked, dude. Aaron Donald, dude. Ramsey. I mean, just everywhere. They are everywhere. Shout out to the Rams. Huge. But obviously, my upset pick of the week was definitely the Washington team over the Cowboys. I did it last second. I thought, look, dude, the Cowboys they're not in anymore. After watching them last week, after watching Zeke fumble back-to-back plays, I was just like, dude, I think Dallas, what they should do moving forward, they should tank, dude. Take it. I mean, unless you're going to sign a long-term contract with Dak, but you guys failed to do that this offseason. Dallas, you failed. I mean, Jerry Jones, what's going on? I don't know. To me, it's scary. I don't know what's going on in Dallas. Same thing dealing with New England Patriots. What's going on? Dallas and the Patriots, one of the highest organizations in sports history. They're worth billions, yet they are losing right now. It's pretty ironic. I like it so much, baby. But this is the NFL, baby. Any given Sunday. Let's go!